Well, hello, everyone. It's Elizabeth Morosco with Kudos Magazine, and today I have a special guest, Master Miller from PKSA Karate Schools in Grand Blanc. This is a perfect message for parents that have children maybe facing bullying, or even parents that have children that are on the spectrum. You are listening to the Cup of Kudos show, focused on healthy, happy living with little antidotes of wisdom, inspiration, and sometimes a little spunk.
So, hi, everyone. My name's Master Kimberly Miller, and I have been doing martial arts for almost 30 years. I've owned the business here in Grand Blanc for 10 years, and I started with my own son, who was labeled special needs or ADHD, and this is sort of what got me into this, because I knew that he could do this without being medicated, and this ended up being just a great thing for me and my family. And lo and behold, here I am almost 30 years later doing it for children of the same need. So yes, we do have a lot of children in here of special needs. It's a very mixed, diverse, community, but we're a family here. So,
and I could pick that up as soon as I walked in. There was obviously dynamic energy. People might even be able to hear it in the background with the kids. But it was a family atmosphere and definitely a very positive environment, which I love that. So you were saying when you first started, it was with your son. Was it you enrolled him, and then did you follow suit?
I did. I enrolled my 5-year-old in martial arts because his teachers were telling me that they thought he was ADHD, and I didn't believe that. I just figured to myself, I thought he was just a 5-year-old boy that had a lot of energy, and I didn't want to medicate him. So we got our Friday folders that come home each Friday. There was a flyer in there for martial arts, so it had all of the key life skills in there: confidence, respect, focus. Focus was the big one. And team, sports, and goals, and all of those things. And I thought that would be great for him. So I did enroll him. And as I sat there for maybe a month, I thought, I can do this. I want to do this. So I got out there, and just a lot of time passed, and here I am today. And
I love that.
Yes.
So did you enroll and take the same classes with him? Okay.
I did, which is what we do at PKSA. We do that a lot. It's a family type atmosphere. So I do have large families out on the floor. They're all doing it together. It's a wonderful thing to go to black belt together. And I could never trade that.
Right.
I could never, those memories with my son are going to last me a lifetime.
It's beautiful.
And I do have a special bond with both of my children because they both
How old are your children now?
I have a 25-year-old and I have a 22-year-old. They're both military boys and both Tang Sudo boys. And I do believe that set their future into
wonderful.
Play. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And really, when it comes to martial arts and other forms, is more than physical.
Absolutely.
So it's not just about breaking bricks and breaking heads.
Oh, no.
That's not what it is at all.
No.
So tell the listeners a little bit about, what are some of the benefits?
The benefits are the life skills, and everything is taught through the martial arts. I mean, kicking and punching, that's not even close to what we teach here. We do teach martial arts, but we ground our children. We teach them the life skills that's going to help them socialize, that's going to help them make good decisions, that are going to get away from bullyism. We're very anti-bully. We teach that in almost every class. We talk about it all the time about not being a doormat. Don't allow somebody to walk all over you. You need to tell someone that's important that you speak up.
So what are some of the things that you give for tools to help empower those kids so they know how to react or, what to do?
Tools, we always talk about verbal boundaries. We talk about how words can hurt you. Obviously, if somebody punches or hits you, that's another way of bullying. So if they see that, or if they see it happening to someone, it's really important that they tell someone immediately. So we kind of drill that into their head on almost a daily basis. When we teach our self-defense, we're teaching this is about strangers. This is about bullies. These are the things that will help protect yourself and give you the eyesight to see what's going on out there, and to protect themselves and others that might be in that situation.
I love that. Yeah. And I think that sometimes if we as adults equip our children with the right words and like pretense before they get into a situation, that's how we can help protect them maybe a little bit more, or help them protect themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we work with the parents. I have parents constantly, almost daily. They come in and they'll say to me, can you please talk to little Jimmy, because he's having a problem at school. He's being bullied and he's not really saying anything. He's not doing anything about it. And I take him, we sit down, all of us, the parents and myself, we sit down with little Jimmy and we talk to him, give him the tools. And then it's usually brought up in class that night as well, because I want the whole class to know that they should never allow this treatment, and to obviously always speak up.
And for them to speak up for other people when they witness. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. And we do work, like I said, we do work with the parents all the time with that. That's very important to us.
So let's say that there's a listener who's maybe not even in this area, maybe not even in Michigan where they can reach you. What are some telltale signs of it's a good dojang, a good karate school for people to go to?
The great thing is we do have PKSAs all over the United States. So if they go onto PKSA.com, it happens to be somewhere where they're located, I would certainly, of course, suggest PKSA. I think if you go in and you see passion is number one, you can feel the warmth. It doesn't have to be that you're bringing your kid in there for a knockdown, drag out fight, or they're constantly fighting. That's not really what we're about. They should be looking for that family feel.
That's right.
They should look for how the instructors are interacting with the children, with the other adults. That's really important. And I think it's your gut. And if you feel that this is a great place for you, then by all means. And plus, go in, arrange a time to go in and sit and watch classes, arrange an introductory program like we do. Come in and meet me, get to know me. The child comes in one-on-one with me, and then the decision is made thereafter.
And I think it's actually a really great idea is to sit and watch a class in section, even before you bring your kid, because you can see how the instructor is engaging with pupils and finding out what it's like in real life. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's one of the number one things that you got out of, here you are, you're a sensei. It's kind of cool.
Well,
it's brave and adventurous.
It was brave. It was brave. I never thought that I would do that. I have a business degree, and I never thought for a second that I would be owning my own school. But it just gives me so much pleasure to see the kids become people that I always thought that they would. I have a student here that's been with me for a very, very long time. Young man, teenager, wonderful boy. He went through Boy Scouts. He's gone through martial arts. He's working towards his third degree. And
third degree black belt.
Third degree
That's
black
wonderful.
belt.
And he's 16.
He is
17
now.
17.
18. We have mom in the room. So
oh my goodness.
18.
And I know the mom and I didn't know it.
He is phenomenal. I would refer him to anyone. For work, I have always done that for him, because he has become, that's where I get so excited. He's become everything that I knew he would be in his life. and it's kind of emotional too,
Sure.
because you see them get to these areas in their life, and sometimes they're struggling, and I've even had that young man come to me when he was struggling, and we've helped each other get through, and I helped him get through it, and he's wonderful and well adjusted, and just he will be a pillar of the community one day.
So it's really where you're building an extension of family
Absolutely.
within the school.
Absolutely. And
Love
I
that.
have two others that were very struggling. In fact, one of my biggest success stories is I have a female who was, I'm not sure if this is okay to talk about, but she was molested. And it happened to be by a family member. And when she came to me, her mother brought me to me when she was, I think she was 21 years old, and she had no confidence whatsoever. She couldn't even look you in the eye. She's a high-functioning young woman on the spectrum, and she just literally could not look you in the face or talk to you. And since then, she has just now tested for her second degree black belt. She's been with me for 6 years now. She teaches my classes.
Amazing transformation.
Can speak Korean. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I have another one who has been with me for 10 years, another young man, another success story, I should say, young man who is working on his third degree, who is also a very high functioning autistic or young man on the spectrum, and he's testing for his third degree black belt. So it's a wonderful place for us all working together as a community, as a family.
Story of hope. Story
Very
of hope.
much.
And I hope that our listeners really take from this that whether you're dealing with a child that is experiencing bullying, maybe lacking a little bit of confidence, or needs to develop some additional skills, this may be a path to go.
Absolutely.
And finding out other opportunities maybe before, turning to medicine or turning to whatever it may be.
Yes.
To build up that confidence. And I think it's also a way to keep our youth off of drugs and around maybe not the best company, because you're around inner circle that's good.
It is.
So,
and that's we actually teach goal setting. We have a goal setting creed. We have articles of faith. When I say that's just everything that we believe in. It's not just, it's your mind, it's your body, and it's your soul that all works together as one. But we teach clean living. We teach to make good decisions. One of our first leadership, our what do we call those? Our not articles of faith, but our leadership goals is to be a leader and not a follower, to think positive, and positive things will happen to you. We have 10 of those, and we teach those kids at each level, and we tell them what that means. But we also, there's so many children out there today that have socialization. They have socialization drawbacks. They're shy. They can't speak with adults, or they have trouble interacting with other children, and we teach them how to deal with that and come out of that, and we've been very successful at doing that over the years.
Those are good creeds to live by.
Yes.
And to teach the youth.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
See, actually, this is more than a story of just a school. This is a school of hope.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Yeah. So if listeners wanted to find you, what is your website and Facebook page?
Sure. Well, Facebook, it's PKSA Grand Blanc. And then if you wanted to go, I'm on Google Business. It's under PKSA as well, Grand Blanc. But PKSA.com is our our website. And that will bring up each PKSA schools. So if you live in Livonia, there's one close to you. If you live in Novi, there's one close to you. We're here in Grand Blanc. We're just right across the street from the Grand Blanc High School. So we've been here for quite a while. Most people know that we're here. I teach in the school district. I teach all the martial arts.
And it is a very nice school.
Yes.
It has a pleasant smell.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Good. It doesn't smell like a foot.
I've been to a couple. I've been to a couple in my life.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't know.
Good.
But no, it's actually charming.
Thank you.
And it's welcoming.
Thank you.
And I think the greatest thing that I'm going to take away is this dynamic energy that we're hearing outside this door.
Oh, awesome.
Because as soon as I walked in, you could feel it. Where it was a combination of dynamic energy and a little bit of love.
Aw.
Thanks for listening, and make sure that you check out our Facebook and Instagram page at Kudos Magazine.